So now let's move to the login page, which is here. And then on the login page, you can see it's almost the same. I have this picture here, and then the text, and then this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy the code for this one, and then I'll paste it here, and then I'll do the changes. So I'll control C this whole thing, come to my login, and then I'll paste it here. And then I need to change the name to login. And now you cannot see anything. So I'll go back to my app, and then this one, instead of main page, I just need to call my login page. And now this is still working, as you can see. So let's go to the login page. We need to change this one to password, and then we need to change this text to login. So this one should be password, and then instead of email input, let's call it pwd for password input. And also we change this text to login. So to do that, you can come down here and change this to login. And the part that was email input, we need to change it, this one, to pwd input. And let's save it and see what we get. So now you can see login here, password, continue. And then I'm going to go on and remove all these. So I'll come here, so from the all to this one, that is this, and then I will just delete it. I'll save it again, and then let's see what we have. Okay, so now you can see we have this, and then this one. Now I'm going to reduce this to 10, and let's see. Okay, so this is cool. The next thing we need to do is we need to create this image and then the text here. To do that, it's very simple. You can see this is a row, so we can create a row widget. We put our circle avatar, and then we have a column here with first text and second text. So let's do that quick. So for this one, I'm just going to paste the code, and then I will explain it so that we can move faster. So you can see the code here. I have my row, and then inside the row I have my first container, and then inside this container I have an image. You can see this one, the height is 50, the weight is 50, and then the background color is not important because the image covers the whole page, the whole container. And then also I have set the fit to cover, and then the src is my image src, which can be found here. Also from the image we go to a container, a column, and then I'll set the spacing to 0. Inside the column I have the first text, which is a name, let's say Newton. And then the email should be, let's say, newton@gmail.com. So now let's save it and see what we get. So you can see I have the image here, this text that says Newton, and then the email is newton@gmail.com. So this is very simple, and that is these lines. So now in here, I'm going to change this to login box so that I can call it anywhere. I don't want to use the same name for the one from the main page and the one from the login. So this is still going to work. I need to come down there, and where it says main content, I just need to set it to login box. Here you can see I have the back button here, so I need to create it as well. So to create it is very simple. I'll just copy the code and then I'll paste it. So you can see this is a container, and then I have some data which I will explain why I use this in few minutes. And then I have the content set to the icon, which is the iOS back outline. I have the size at 28, and then I'm going to save it and we see what we get. So now you can see it here. For now it's not clickable because I haven't added the onClick method yet. So now after creating this, fast forward, I'm just going to go to the sign up, and then I'll create the widget. So here you can see this sign up is similar to my login. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy the code from the login, paste it here, and then I will continue from there. So now I'm going to go to this, and then instead of the login page, I'm going to use the sign up page, and then let me save it. For now you cannot see anything, so I'm going to go in here, and then I'll copy the whole code for the login and then paste it inside the sign up, and then I'll call this sign up page. And if the voice is not very good, I'm sorry, my mic is, I don't know, my mic is not very good. The sound goes up and down, so I'm trying to maintain it. So now you can see this right here. So I'm going to change this text to sign up. Where is it? And then I need to you can see here I have some text, and then I have these ones. So I'm going to duplicate this input box, and then I'll put my text here and then everything. So let's create it. So now in here, instead of this row, I'm going to remove it, and I'll paste some code here, and then I'll explain it. So inside here you can see I have a column, and then inside of the column you can see I have the spacing set to 0. I have some text here which says looks like you don't have account, let's create a new account for, and then the new account for, that will be the first text, and then it followed by the email. So let's put some dummy email here. And then let's save this and see what we get. So now you can see I have it here. It looks like you don't have accounts for, and then this one will take it to the next line. Let's create a new account for, and then it ends there, and then I'll have the email here. Now here we're not going to use the password input. This is going to be a name box, as you can see here. So I'm going to remove this. So now you can see I don't have anything here. So I'm going to create a new container, and then I'll set the height to the btn height. I'll set the border radius to 10. So you can see I've set the content to name box, which I haven't created yet. So I'm going to go up here, and instead of the pwd input, I'll just remove it and paste this code here. So my name box is just a text field with the hint text set to name, and then the style is this one. I have the Poppins regular as the font family. I have my color set to input hint color, and then the text are same here. I have set the border to none, and then the padding to content padding. So now I'm going to save this and see what I get. Okay, so you can see I have this right here. Now I need to go down here and then set some background color for my container. So I'm going to set the background color to white, and now let's see. So now you can see it right here, and this is very nice. I'm going to go on and do the same thing for my password side. So for this one too, I'm just going to paste the code and then I will explain it. So from our name box, I'm just going to come here, and then I'll paste this one. So here you can see I have a container with the same thing, and then for this one it says password box, which I haven't created yet. So I'm going to go on and create my password box. So right after the name box, I'm going to create my password box, and then the password box, as you can see, it's also a text field, and then I've set password to true. And then for the suffix, you can see I have the view, the one that you saw, and then when you click on it, it just says yeah. I'm just going to disable this one. And then the hint says password. I have the style here, same as the name, and then the same thing here. I've set the border to none. The padding is content padding, and then the selection color, when you type something here and then you highlight it, the color turns green like this. And then I've set the cursor color to also the base color, which is like this. So let me save this and then we see what we get. So now you can see I can type in something, and then you can see the cursor color. When I highlight it, you can see the text, the color changes. And for this one now, it's not clickable, you can see. So I'm just going to uncomment this line, and then I'll print something like maybe view, and then let's see. So when I click here, you can see it says view right here. This is cool. So now the next thing that we need to do is we need to bring the text that says by clicking agree and continue below. So I need to change this to agree and continue instead of continue. So this is agree and continue. So I need to bring the terms and condition text. To do that, it's very simple. I'm also going to paste the code and then I will explain it. So now right before the agree and continue, I'm just going to paste this. So in here you can see I have a column, and then I'll set the spacing to 0, the first text is okay, now let me save it rather so that you can see it well. So you can see the column, and then the first text is this one that says by clicking agree and continue below, which is this. And then from here you can see this one has different colors. So I created two text widgets. The first one says I agree to, and the second one says terms of service and privacy policy. Now to make it linear like this, to make it horizontally like this, I just used a row widget. So you can see the row widget here, and then I have the first text in here, and then the second text here. I'll set the spacing to 0, and that's what we get here. So now that's it for this side. And then what I need to do is I need to create a function to handle this. When you click on it, it should show this, and then when you click again, it should hide it, and then change the text to hide as well. So to do that, I'm just going to go down there and create my function. So now you can see I have this function here. You should check the alignment so that you should know that this should follow the constructor function. And since this is going to be a click event, I need to bring some variable here to catch the data from the click. So you can put anything here, but I prefer using the E. And then I'm going to go inside the view button, this one. So on click, I just need to set it to self.password, which is this one here. So here I'm going to create let's say det as maybe, I don't know, some variable, and then I'm going to do self dot. First let me go down up here. So inside of this, I want to check if this is set to true. This one is set to true, so which is password box. So self.password box dot password. So if this is true, then it means here is set to password, and then for that you can't see what is being typed. So if this is true, then I need to set it to false. Set this to false. So I want to set the password to false, and then the text here that says view, I need to set it to hide. To do that, let me go up here to this text. I'm going to cut this and call it self.view text, and then I'll create it here. So I'll come here, and then I'll call it self.viewText.value is equal to hide. And then we need to update it. So after that, I'll just call self.passwordbox.update, and then I'll update for the text as well. So now let's save it. So when I start typing, and then I'll click on this, now you can see this one says hide, and then you can see it again. So now when you click on it again, it's not hiding because we check the condition for true. So now we need to come back here, and then we do else. Let me just duplicate this. So we just need to set this back to true, and then we set this one to view. So after that, we save it again. So now I'm going to type in something. When I click on view, you can see I can now see it, and then I'll click on hide and you can see it's like this. So that is it for these screens, and now that we are done with the screens, we can move to the functionalities, as in the registration and then the login. So for that, I'm going to use Firebase, as I said earlier. So I'm going to go to Firebase and then create a new application, and then I will show you how to set everything up.